Hi, it's Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'm the PhD Antiques Appraiser. Everything's unscripted. I don't know what's coming. My guests are here. We're going to see what they've got, do some appraisals, talk about art, antiques, and collectibles. I'm going to show you what to look for. Hold up those objects. Let's see what you got.
Ooh, this is difficult.
What have we got? Okay, can't see that one. That connection's terrible. We've got a spoon here. Let's talk about this spoon.
Yay.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi.
Yay.
I'm Heather.
Hi, Heather. Where are you calling from, hon?
I'm calling from Welland, Ontario, Canada.
Terrific. Nice to see you. I love your red hair. It's kind of red purple.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. What color? What's the name of that color?
Magenta.
Oh, magenta. Right. I should know colors, right? PhD in art history. Think I'd know colors. Very, very attractive, though. So tell me what you've got. You're holding up some kind of spoon there.
Yes. It's a collector spoon, and it has, it's for Brock's Monument.
Can you hold it right up to the camera for me? Up a little bit higher and hold it horizontally if you can. There you go. Great. So you're saying it's for Brock's Monument?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no date on it.
How did you acquire it?
Just at my local thrifty store.
What made you buy it?
Because I seen that it said sterling. And
well, that's a reason.
I got a bunch of stuff that day. They put out a bunch of, must have been an estate. So I bought it all at 10 cents.
All the sterling or just everything from that estate?
All the sterling from that, well, it's silver plated too. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get a video call with you because it's quite interesting. There's hallmarks that I can't find.
I can help you with the hallmarks, and video calls are very easy to book. You just book them at drloriv.com. You choose a date and time in my schedule. You can do long or short video calls. They're very easy to do. So sure, we can go through all of that. That's no problem. This particular piece, you saw that it was sterling. And a couple of things about it. Most of the value in these collectible spoons, here's what to look for, is of course not so much in the monument or the state or whatever the collectible element is, although people do collect based on those types of factors. The real value is in the fact that it is sterling, because not only do you have the design, not only do you have the actual collectible, but you also have a precious metal. So you can say to yourself, okay, I can always melt it down and get some money out of it. So would you say you spent a couple of bucks on it because you bought everything together?
No, better than that. 10 cents a piece.
Okay, great. That's great.
I got 3 of them actually. So
okay. So value on that spoon is going to be just about $30. Okay. So for that one spoon, because it's sterling and it relates to the monument, yes, it looks like it's in fine condition. I always suggest don't melt it down, because when you melt something down, you lose design value and you lose the age. All those years that it's been hanging around on the earth, right? You lose the age value as well. So nice to see you.
Yes.
Hey,
we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Heather. My question of the day is about peanut butter, creamy or chunky?
Oh, creamy.
Creamy. Me too. I like creamy. Yeah. I don't like textures in foods. Do you?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I like a little crunch here and there.
Yeah. Well, nice to see you, my magenta friend. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Pretty. So pretty. I like it when folks do that. You know, I like it when you sort of change it up, make things a little bit different. So all kinds of objects. When you're thinking about, of course, collectibles, particularly sterling, look for that sterling mark, and it will be different in different places. You might see a lion passant, which is the lion looking left, a hallmark, a visual, actual image of a lion. You might see 925, which of course is 925 parts per 1,000, or 92.5% pure silver. That might be the mark for sterling that you find. Or, of course, the word sterling. Oftentimes, the word sterling is used on spoons and other flatware, oftentimes because they have enough room. Sometimes it's just about, is it easy for you to actually identify it? I want you to know what to look for, because the more that you get comfortable with me teaching you how to identify quality, you're going to get the best stuff and you're going to leave the junk at the thrift store. My guests are here. Let's see what they've got. Let's see what they've got. Let's take a look at this duck. I have to say, the duck doesn't look all that interesting to me, but, you know, let's take a look. Hi, my name's Dr. Lori. What's yours?
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm in Clearwater, Florida.
Hi, Andrea. What have you got here?
It's just a porcelain, I think porcelain duck.
Okay,
I
well,
got at a estate
turn the
sale.
bottom over for me. Let's see if it's porcelain or earthenware. Okay, that's not porcelain. That's earthenware ceramic. Is there a different? Yes. So the difference is when you tend to see earthenware ceramic, so it's not fired at as high a temperature as porcelain. So what do you look for? Usually it's a little bit more beige than white, right? So I've got some pieces here that are actually porcelain or china actually. So white, very white, right? On the bottom particularly. Let's see if I can find one on the bottom. See how white it is? Very white on the bottom. So your piece is earthenware ceramic that's been hand painted and hand glazed, kind of like Hummel figurines. They're earthenware ceramics. How'd you acquire this piece?
Estate sale.
Okay, how much did you pay?
$12.
So paint the picture for me. It's $12 and you want the duck. Why do you buy it? How big is it? Why does this say, oh, I have to spend $12 on that? And $12 is kind of high. So
it was an online estate auction, and the person had a lot of really nice things.
Okay.
Nobody had really, there wasn't much action on this. And when I did a image search, I saw where somebody had listed 2 of them for $800 and had marked them as sold.
Yeah, let's talk about these
I'll
image
gamble.
searches a minute, because basically you don't know anything about the source, or you're believing that, and you're believing that they might be worth $800, right? So you don't know who the source is. You just did some image search. You don't know if the image search is correct, but you're saying, well, it kind of looks like this. How big is your piece?
6 inches tall, about maybe 3 or 4.
Are there any marks on it?
It just says China in a circle, in like an oval right here.
So the one that you saw when you did your image search and you found this one at $800, did that one say China on it?
Yeah, there were 2 of them for the 800.
Okay, so 400 a piece, and they said China in the exact same way as yours.
I don't remember.
Right. Well, and this is what I mean about this idea that, oh, I've seen it someplace else. I just want you to be careful. That's all. Nothing wrong in doing some research, but I want you to do research that actually is credible. Research that's actually not going to just waste your time of you clicking through and looking through image after image after image, because you're just wasting time. So that particular piece that you have in your hand is earthenware ceramic. The pieces that you probably saw, which may or may not be worth $400, probably were porcelain. Value on that piece that you have probably worth more than your $12, probably somewhere in the $55 to $60 range.
Okay, it has
not bad.
A hairline crack right here.
Now it has a hairline crack.
Yeah.
So now we go from, of course, being $55 back down to about $20.
Okay.
Boom. Condition just nailed you, basically. Condition said, okay, there's a hairline crack. Because a hairline crack goes to the foundation of the piece. When you're looking for quality, I don't want you to see damage like that. Now, maybe you couldn't see the hairline crack in the photograph. But technically, that estate sale company is required to tell you that there's a hairline crack. Maybe they missed it. Give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I know. But they're supposed to tell you before you spend $12, because now you have a piece that you spent 12 on that's only really worth 20.
Right.
You know, so you got to be careful. But what I like that you did was you did try to do the research. Again, I want you to be careful of just believing anybody who posts something online. I cannot tell you how many mistakes I correct of people who have misidentified pieces or put pieces up way too high, right? And then go, well, I thought it was the same as something else. A lot of people also do that to sort of bide themselves or save themselves some time. They go, I'm just going to put it up at a big, huge number and wait and see if somebody basically bites on it. And then they have problems after the fact. So, but nice to meet you. So tell me, from Clearwater, Florida, best beaches in the world, they tell me. I like Cape Cod personally, but Clearwater's beautiful. Peanut butter, crunchy or creamy?
Creamy.
Creamy. We're all creamy, I guess. Creamy peanut butter. I like creamy peanut butter. Yeah. I like to spread it, you know, on the bread. I like it. Nice to meet you, hon.
All right, you too. Thanks.
She had pretty hair too. She has pretty curls. Anyway, when you're looking, of course, at pieces like that, learning which type of ceramic you have is going to be very important. Remember, ceramic is an umbrella term, and you might have pottery under that umbrella term, you know, terracotta, earthenware, maybe you have stoneware, maybe you have, of course, porcelain, bone china, and you have to learn about, you know, what does bone china mean? Oh, it has, you know, kaolin and feldspar and bone ash. How is porcelain different? And learn how this actually works, because once you learn what it should look like, which I teach you here on the channel all the time with ceramics, is once you learn that, you can start to identify what's a good looking piece and what's a piece that really is kind of run of the mill. So, you know, good looking versus run of the mill. So you want to think about that. But lots of things. Hey, and in the comments, I want to know, where are you watching from? And I want to know, creamy or crunchy for your peanut butter sandwich. My guests are here. Let's see what they've got.
Hello, good morning.
I'm looking at a Dr. Lori Says t-shirt. That's always fun. And let's see. Well, let's go with the Dr. Lori Says t-shirt because you're supporting the channel, and I appreciate that. I do get compensation when you purchase a t-shirt or a mug or something, of course, from the channel. I appreciate that. So what's your name, hon?
Michelle,
Hi, Michelle. Where are you calling from?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Can you tilt your piece down a little bit, the top downward, and back up, straight back? How did you acquire this piece, this print?
And auction, online.
Auction. And is it signed at the bottom? It looks like, of course, a hand-pulled lithograph.
Yes.
Who's it signed by?
Hopper Emery.
So it's a Topper Emery piece?
Yes.
Okay, is it dated to the early 20th century?
Yes, 1925.
Okay. So a couple of things that you have. I want you to tilt the top downward, not the bottom, the top. There you go. So I'm trying to get rid of reflections. One of the way to get rid of reflections. Yeah. This particular piece and others like it typically sell about $150. How much did you pay?
About 20.
About 20. Very good. Couple things about it. It looks like it has been in an acidic mat for a long time and then rematted in this newer mat. How do I know that? Do you see the brown haze over the whole piece? Right? Yes. What to look for when you see consistent sort of tanning, they call it, but really it's damage. Tanning over the whole piece, a lithograph like that, you're probably, again, looking at acidic materials. You can't help it because they didn't have acid-free materials until the early 80s. I'd say $150 for your $20 investment. That's great. Hey, have you signed up for my newsletter at drloriv.com?
Oh, absolutely.
Great, Michelle. It comes right into your email box. It's very easy to do. All you do is you go to the thumbs up, the free thumbs up icon at drloriv.com and sign up. Give us your email address and we'll send out the newsletter full of tips, just like right here on the channel. So my question of the day, Michelle, creamy or chunky peanut butter?
Oh, creamy.
Thank you, honey. Nice to see you.
Yes. Can I ask you about, there's an inscription. He like dedicated this to somebody. It says especially etched for someone.
Okay. So when they do an inscription rather than a title, you know, you typically will have a little bit increased value as long as that person has some kind of status within the art world or within general celebrity status as well. So depending on who that person is, or if you can connect that person to the artist, value could go up as much as probably 3 to 5%.
Okay. And then there's this on the back. It looks like his etching for the studio that framed it.
Okay.
So
still $150 is the value.
I thought it was interesting.
It is interesting. $150 in your $20 investment. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Couple of different things that you're going to see. If you have the original frame, for example, what to look for. You have the original frame and maybe you have some other kind of labeling on the back of that frame. Try not to get rid of that. If you have to get in there and you have to rip off the dust screen, right? Don't damage that label. Keep it. Keep it with the object. You know, get a manila folder or get a folder that's acid-free. We offer them, of course, on our specials and shop page. And yes, I get compensation when you purchase something from the specials and shop page, like my loop, which everybody loves. But basically, if you see something like that on the back of a frame, I want you to make sure that you retain the labels. Even if it looks like it's, you know, nondescript, retain the labels. So yeah, my guests are here. Lots to see, lots to do. Art, Antiques, and Collectibles. I'm Dr. Lori. Let's see what they've got. Hold up your stuff. Let's see what you got. Let's take a look at this, what looks like a glass mask.
Hi, Dr. Lori.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Michelle. I'm from Ontario, Canada.
Hi, Michelle. How you been? What have you got? You've got an egg carton there. That's a good table.
Yeah, I just wanted to prop it up for you.
Okay, that's good. So you're using whatever's nearby. That's good.
How'd
you acquire this?
Garage sale.
Okay, what made you buy it?
I just liked it. I recently just fell in love with art glass, and I liked that. I thought it was unique.
I've been in love with art glass a long time.
Yeah, I
I'm
really
glad
like
you're-
it.
I'm glad you're joining us because it's wonderful, just wonderful.
Yeah,
So you bought it at a yard sale. Did you pay 25 bucks for it?
$5.
Excellent. Excellent.
So
Great.
it says made in Poland and mouth blown.
Yep.
And then it does have this like sticker, and inside it says, oh, you probably won't be able to see it, but it says just YNA.
Okay. So a couple of different things, Polish glass and Czech glass. Usually you have, the wonderful Murano, that type of glass. Then you have, of course, the Czech, and the Czech glass has been popular since much of the 20th century into the 21st century. And then you start to see Polish glass. Polish glass can be quite wonderful. A lot of modern and contemporary Polish glass is really quite good. This particular piece, of course, is a piece that you're going to see late 20th century. So when is that? 1975 to the end of the century. Typically, is it about 10 inches tall?
8.
8. Okay.
And
So-
6 wide.
Okay, 8 inches tall, Polish glass, value on that piece, just about $100. So you paid 5 to make 100.
Yeah,
That's what I
not
like.
bad.
That's what I like. Now,
Yeah.
when you look at these pieces, I want you to look for a couple of things when you're looking at mouth-blown glass, right? So
Okay.
all of you are talking about glass. Oh, I'm trading glass, this and this about glass. First of all, I want you to look for consistency, right? So if you can start to see where there's a change. Now, it looks very consistent from the top of the forehead all the way down to the chin. So that's what I like about it. I also like the way it's positioned on basically the base, right?
Mhm.
If you retain the label, that's always important because now you know the origin, right?
Yep.
And as I said, dates to about the late 1900s or 1975 to about 1990. Now,
Okay.
a couple of other things. First of all, are you collecting glass in large numbers?
So I've just acquired maybe about 3 pieces.
Okay.
I look at garage sales or thrift sales, try to get it as cheap as possible.
All mouth blown?
No,
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Some of it is.
Look for color. Here's your reselling tip. If you're
Okay.
thinking of reselling, or if you're thinking of collecting for yourself,
Yeah.
because the colored glass is almost always much more desirable, particularly modern colored glass. Now,
I'm really attracted to the cobalt blue color.
Yeah, people love
Yeah.
the blue. People love the
Yeah.
blue. But again, you want to think about that. Can you hold that piece up to the camera a little bit more so people can see it? Because we're kind of concentrating. There you go. Just so people can get a great look at it. That's wonderful for $5 to make 100. Hey, my question of the day: peanut butter chunky or creamy?
Creamy 100%.
Creamy 100%. Nice to meet
Yeah.
you, Michelle. Thanks for
Thanks,
calling
you
in from
too.
Canada. Yeah, a lot of fun. So a couple of different things I want you to remember when you're looking at colored glass. First of all, color is king. Color matters. It matters in painting. It matters in glass. It matters in sculpture. It matters. So people like to be attracted and are attracted to glass. Why? The optic nerve is stimulated. When the optic nerve is stimulated, endorphins are oftentimes released, which makes us happy. So that's one of the reasons why people say, oh, I love that color. That's why. So all the great artists of the history of art knew it. Monet, Renoir, a lot of those artists, of course, knew that if you can stimulate the optic nerve, you can attract people to your artwork. That happens with glass too. There's a reason why the Murano glass manufacturers knew that they should have lots of different colors. So that's great. All right, let's see what we've got. I can't really tell what that is. Let's look at the doll.
Hi, Dr. Lori.
Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Christina, Indianapolis.
Hi, Christina. What have you got? It kind of looks like a French boudoir doll.
I think it is.
I think it is too. Does she have very long legs like a ballerina?
Very long
That
legs.
skirt. Let's see underneath there. Let's get right under that skirt. There you go. Yeah, French boudoir doll. Great. Oh, I like the shoes. I really like
yeah,
the
the
shoes. They're
shoes.
nice. Chunky little high heels. I like those.
Yes.
Yeah. So show me the face. Let's see the face. Oh gosh, she's great. She's in beautiful condition. Where did
She
you
really
get her?
is. I got her online on an auction for about, I think, $12.
$12.
Yeah.
Is she 24 inches long?
At least. I think she's closer to 30.
She's beautiful for $12.
I think so,
Show us
too.
the back of the head. Pull up
Her hair
those
is
curls.
so
Let's see
pretty.
the back of the neck. Pull up those curls. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Great. She's
Whoops.
beautiful.
Thank you. I think so too.
Yeah, she's really very beautiful. Now, dolls are collectible. People do like dolls. She's rather unusual, however. Early 20th century, I want you to think of Cabaret. Do you remember that movie, Cabaret?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Cabaret, of course, was set in Germany, but these are the typical time period, the 20s, 30s for these types of dolls. You can see them even a little bit earlier in the 20th century, but she's really quite beautiful. In good condition, I'm guessing.
Great condition. She has
Wow.
no cracks or breaks or anything. She's perfect.
$12. Are you ready? One,
Yes.
two, $300. Beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Yeah, she's really great. She's really great.
She's
And
excited.
it's not only about the shoes and accessories, but she's
I
beautiful.
know.
I like that a lot.
Thank
Hey,
you.
have you used my binge link so you can learn about
I binge all the time. I binge
Thank you.
constantly.
Thank you. The binge link is really helpful. What does the binge link do and where can you find it? On my specials and shop page at drloriv.com. The binge link has a big red button. Click on that link next to that big red button and it will give you all of my videos. And I do videos all over the place. All of my videos, whether it's for media or whether it's for TV or whether it's the YouTube channel. And of course, go through all of them. They'll give you the most recent ones first, so you know what I'm talking about first. So you can get all those reselling tips, all those what you can look for and how to tell tips. That's beautiful. How do you
Thank
tell with
you
that
so
doll?
much.
I like the eyes.
Oh,
I like the fact that the lips are somewhat sort of perched close together, not a big wide mouth, but small. Also, the consistent coloration of almost like she has a good foundation, like she wears Chanel foundation,
Yeah,
so if
she's
you want a
perfect.
consistent color of the skin, and of course, the shoes are very important. So kick up your heels. You did great.
Woo!
Yeah, $300 for those. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Hey, my question of the day is peanut butter, crunchy or creamy?
Creamy. For sure.
Creamy.
Yes.
Congratulations. That was a
Thank
deal.
you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Love you.
Love you too, honey. She's beautiful. And you love me because I'm telling you all the information that you can use, right? I want you to learn it. I want you to get it so you can succeed and do very well. She's building a nice collection for herself. And maybe she's going to say, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip it or resell it. And I'm going to make a lot of money doing that too. But she was really beautiful. What did she look for? Here's one of the things. Condition, consistency of the color of the painting of the actual doll. Right? And characteristics of the face that we know, of course, make it French and that we know make it early 20th century. So once you learn what a particular item should look like, you can go looking for that. And that will also help you to get rid of the fakes because there's all kinds of reproductions and all kinds of fakes out there. Even if they're signed, they can be fake. So it's really great. It's really great. So terrific. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. My guests are here. Let's see what they've got. Okay. So let's see what this piece of jewelry is. I don't know if we can get that piece of jewelry. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Kristen. How
Hi,
are you,
Kristen.
Dr. Lori?
I'm good, sweetie. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Binghamton, New York.
Hey, Binghamton. Yeah, I used to teach up freezing cold. It's cold from
It is
April.
cold today. Yes.
Not yet? Is it
No,
cold yet?
well, today it is. Today it is. It's starting to get there. It's going to freeze tonight.
I used to teach in the SUNY schools before I taught at Penn State and other universities. It was cold.
Oh, yeah.
But lovely people, though, I have to say that. So show me this. How'd you acquire this piece?
Okay. A friend of mine was in charge of clearing out his mother's house.
Uh-huh.
And
Bring that
he
object
said-
up to the camera.
okay.
Okay,
He
back up
said-
a little bit. Back up a little bit. Stop. Okay. Friend of yours is cleaning out his mother's house, and this is in his mother's house?
Yes.
And guys are always great for let's just throw out the jewelry, right?
Oh, I'm sure he threw a lot before I came there.
I bet.
Yes.
I bet. They're
Yep.
always ready. They're at the second
yeah.
floor and they've got the dumpster in the driveway and they're just throwing everything out of the windows,
Yes, he had the dumpster right there in the driveway when I got there.
Guys, right? No, don't do
Yeah.
this. Guys
I
throw out
know.
all the women's stuff and the women
Yeah.
are in the garage getting rid of all the tools that are valuable too. It goes both ways.
I know, nothing.
Is this piece marked?
No, I cannot find a mark on it anywhere.
Don't move it. Stop moving.
Okay.
Not too much moving. There you go. Remind me of your first name, honey.
Kristen.
Kristen. I'm sorry, Kristen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
So you can't find a mark on it at all. You looked in the clasp and you looked underneath the pendant.
No clasp. It's got this little,
Oh, it's
And
a
here-
toggle. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
and
It's
then
metallic.
it is different on the other side.
Wonderful. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this. Okay, costume jewelry made in New York City, not Binghamton, but costume jewelry made in New York, probably the 1960s into the 1970s, a statement necklace, gold tone metal, crystals, and then set with the black elements are probably a kind of paste composite and not, of course, onyx, but unmarked, I would say probably value anywhere. But so you got it for free, just gave it to you because you're pals?
Yes.
Yeah. Value on that piece, just about $150, unmarked.
Okay. Oh.
Costume jewelry's hot. Costume jewelry's hot. And that has a lot going for it because it can change, right?
Correct. I ended up leaving with a duffel bag full, so I do plan on getting in touch with you to help me get prices and identify it all because I'm having problems.
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that. I'm fast. If you want to do a video call, the 30-minute is great. It's on the specials and shop page. If you want to do the priority Ask Dr. Lori service where you upload photos and I send you back an email, you can do it that way. Whatever you want, I'm here to help. Hey, before you go though, Kristen, peanut butter, creamy or chunky?
Creamy, unless it's a toasted banana and peanut butter sandwich. Then I like it crunchy.
Okay, so you like peanut butter and banana sandwiches like Elvis did.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. My regards to upstate New York. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
So she did very well. And it was smart of her friend to at least say, hey, why don't you come over here and take a look before I throw out everything? So don't be overzealous. I know everybody's saying clean out the house, do it quickly. I'm trying to downsize. I help people downsize all the time. So, you know, just don't be overzealous when you're starting to get rid of stuff or clean out stuff because you may be getting rid of something very valuable. What are some of the top things that you should always get an appraisal on before you clean out? Artwork, furniture, precious metals, including jewelry. Don't forget glass and, of course, sports collectibles. But again, when it comes to costume jewelry, anytime that you see a piece that can change, whether it can be changed because you can remove a pendant and only just wear the chain, or if the chain is one way, like her statement necklace had one design on one side and another design on the other side, that indicates a little bit more quality and a little bit more labor because they aren't just saying, okay, we're only focusing on one side. It has to look good both ways. That increases value. So that was a nice piece. Unmarked, don't be afraid of unmarked. Unmarked can be valuable too. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. Don't forget to hold your cameras horizontally, please. Don't forget to hold your cameras horizontally, please. Hey, Sam, what have you got, Sam? This is Sam. Sam's had some jewelry for us before. How you doing? Where are you calling from? Somewhere in the Midwest?
Indiana, yes.
Indiana. Indiana's nice. So nice.
The last two times I've tried to come on, I was wearing my Dr. Lori t-shirt, but now it's in the wash.
Okay, I'll agree. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. So we've got Mickey instead. Well, I'm in good company with Mickey Mouse, right?
Yeah, I wear a lot of Mickey Mouse. I'm a big Florida person. I love Florida.
Thank you for supporting the channel. Every time that you purchase one of the pieces, whether it's a merchandise or whatever, yes, I get compensation, which helps us to support the channel so I can do more videos to teach you more. So thanks for buying the t-shirt. I appreciate that, Sam. What have you got here, kiddo?
I've got this necklace. I bought it a couple years ago, kind of like those earrings I brought on.
I won't remember the earrings, honey. I see 50,000 objects a year. I'm not going to remember the earrings. So this necklace looks like it's coral. And tell me a little bit more about how you acquired it.
I bought this from like a charity surplus and salvage thrift shop for $5. I walked in and I was just kind of making my rounds a while back, like I said, a couple of years ago. And I saw this and it was immediately drawn to these big chunky beads. And the color of them and just kind of the slight translucent nature of them. I thought maybe Bakelite, but now I'm not sure if it's just some other type of resin.
I think it's resin. I don't think it's Bakelite. And I show you on the channel what to look for. How do you tell if you have Bakelite, right? So I tell you how to tell. You actually can literally smell Bakelite. And I tell you what types of smell you're looking for if you watch those videos. This particular piece right here is quite nice. I have to say that the very small beads, the multi-strand beads, are quite fine too. How much did you pay for this?
$5.
Oh, wow, that's very good. And it was years ago, though.
This was like 3 years ago.
Can you hold it up to the camera and stop moving it?
Yeah.
Too close. Back up. Back up. There you go. Let's take a good, strong, long look. Is it 18 inches? Does it fall about at the neckline?
It's 22 inches.
Excellent.
The large beads are 1 inch each,
Nice.
and there are
Hold it
20
up here.
strands.
Yeah. So 22 inches is terrific. I would say that if you want to buy a t-shirt, you can do that right here on the channel. You can just click on shop. What you're seeing right here at your necklace, just about $200. Retail, that's based on actual sales records where similar pieces have sold, not where people just put up numbers, where it actually sold, where somebody paid the bill, right? I like this piece a lot for $5, but you've held on to it for a while. So you allow the market to help you. You kind of rode the wave of the market. I like that too. Hey, my question of the day, Sam, peanut butter, creamy or chunky?
Creamy, although I was actually just talking about this. Peanut butter is currently banned from my household because I can't keep my hands out of the jar. I'm just an insatiable type about the peanut butter.
What do? You just scoop it? You're not using a spoon?
There was a drunk time when I used my hand like that, but other than that, I do use the spoon. Yeah.
Okay, I would appreciate. I'm sure everybody in your household appreciates that. That piece dates to about the 1970s. Good to see you.
Can I ask you one thing?
Oh, did we lose them?
So this part has some slight loosening of these threads near the clasp bead.
Yeah.
Is that going to change any value?
Not much, but you have to be careful to make sure that piece is. Sometimes when those things are wrapped, right? You want to make sure that they actually are covering that. What I'm seeing, that white coming through, that material coming through. You want to see maybe if you want to take a little needle and move that to make sure that it's covering it, because what's happened is every time they put it on, it's a lot of weight on just a little bit. They really should have put some kind of clasp on it, whether it's a hook or something. So no, value is still $200.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Lori.
Nice to see you. Thanks for buying the t-shirt. Dr. Lori says, I'm priceless. It says the same on the t-shirts too. So it's great that you have been, of course, supporting the channel, and I appreciate that. I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'll see you next time.